Good afternoon, Master Duel fans. Happy Monday to everyone. There's going to be some replay showcases that it was meant to upload last week. So here we go. Opponent activates Witchcrafter creation, Shadows of Witchcrafters. Normal summon Shmieta, tossing Unveiling for Pitor with Holiday to special out the Madame Vare, which is the Witchcrafter boss. During damage calculation, if your spellcaster monster battles an opponent's monster as a quick effect, you can reveal any number of spells with different names in your hand, and if you do, that battling monster gains 1,000 attack and defense for each card revealed until the end of the turn. And then, as a quick effect, hard once on this, discard one spell unless Witchcrafter buys streets or scrolls sent from field to graveyard. It makes it so that every single monster your opponent controls have their effects negated, which is insanely good. And then Magician's Left Hand, of course, the Witchcrafter has a spellcaster on board. The case is, anytime a trap card would end up trigger, negate the first trap card and the effect of it, as long as there's a spellcaster, of course. And one said, Shmieta banishes her to Armageddon Knight, a Witchcrafter card, spell trap included, so toss out Buy Streets. Holiday comes back to hand, Buy Streets hit back to the field, and Unveiling back to hand. So, two spells, battle and effect protection, and to top it off, Omni Negate with the Trap Negation. Dope. Harpy's Feather Duster, the back row. Chain Solemn Judgment to save the back row. Activate Spirit Charmers, Cheetah. Opponent uses the Ash, coming in clutch. Monster Reborns the Pitor, because obviously the crafters are spellcaster. Special Renryu. Link off the two. Pitor and Renryu for area. Area revive the Pitor. Madame Vare, tossing out the Unveiling, negating the area link. Normal summon Win. Link the Win into Artemis. Artemis and area link into Selene. 8 spell counters off from Selene. Selene removes 3. Hita. Selene and Hita for access. Access, target Selene, 3,000 boost. A 1. A 2. Area link and Artemis banished. 2 cards destroyed. Buy Streets first, and then Bear. And thanks to Solemn Judgment, that was pretty much game. This next clip features an incredible matchup by starting off with normal summon Hita, instant fuse into Mud Dragon. Mud Dragon make him Earth for the Reaper. Reaper revive Mud Dragon. Reaper and Mud Dragon into Area Link. Reaper get the search for possessed partnerships. So, a negate off from Breakthrough Skill, negate off from Ash, and then the interruption and disruption off from the partnerships. So 2 negates and 1 interruption. Activates Tanky. What do we come across? Oh! Lunalights. Okay. So in this one for Crimson Fox, if this card is sent to the graveyard just because of a card effect, target one face-up monster your opponent controls, change it to 0 until the end of the turn, which is gross. And then on top of that, when a card or effect is activated that targets a Lunalight monsters more than one you control as a quick effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard, negate it, and if you do, each player gains 1,000 life. It's definitely something at the very least. Foolish Bearer of Goods, tossing out Lunalight Perfume. Target one Lunalight monster in your graveyard, specialist. So basically, Monster Reborn's a Lunalight. And then you can banish this card from your graveyard, then discard one card, add one Lunalight monster from deck to hand. Black Sheep, discard this, add one of those two. Or activate one of those two. Add one Lunalight from grave to hand, except Black Sheep. Otherwise, it's literally King of the Swamp. Discard this, add Poly. And on top of that, if this card is sent to the graveyard just because of a fusion material for a fusion summon, add to your hand one face-up Lunalight Pendulum from extra deck or one Lunalight from graveyard except Black Sheep. Add one Poly, of course. Poly activated. So, Crimson Fox and Emerald Bird. As for Emerald Bird, if this card is normal or special, you can send one Lunalight card, spell traps included, from hand to graveyard, and if you do, draw one card. Nice. If this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can target one of your level 4 or lower Lunalight monsters that is banished during your graveyard, except the Emerald Bird, specialist in defense, but its effects are negated. Each effect of Emerald Bird hard ones. And as for the fusion summon based off from polymerization, that would be Lunalight Cat Dancer. 2 Lunalights to make it. Can't be killed by battle, simple. Once per turn during your main phase 1, tribute one other Lunalight monster for the rest of the turn. The first time each monster your opponent controls will be destroyed by battle, it is not. And on top of that, this card can attack all monsters your opponent controls twice each. And as of this turn. And then if this card declares an attack, burn your opponent for 100. So basically, I'm going to take like a small minimal amount of damage. Well, with the help of Crimson Fox, it's going to be major. And Emerald Bird target Black Sheep. To special it out. Cat Dancer tribute Black Sheep just to get its effects. Chain Partnerships. Revive Hita, kill the Cat Dancer. At first I thought it was safe. That was unless Cat Dancer coming back off from Monster Reborn, which is insanely nuts. In any case, I have to breakthrough skill the Cat Dancer to make sure I'm not going to take the burn damage, but Crimson Fox, Grave Effect coming out of nowhere. And we get 1,000 life just for that. Hita into Artemis. Area Link and Artemis into Selene. 6 spell counters for Selene. Remove the 3. Revive Hita. Normal Summon Dark. Hita and Dark for Hita Link. Selene and Hita Link for Access. Access targets Selene. And the same old song and dance. So 1. The 2. And the 3. Artemis, Area, and Hita. All links are banished. The bluffed, tanky another tanky, and Cat Dancer killed. And on my next turn, I had Droll and Ashes just in case to prepare for the following turn. And that is Murder, She Wrote. This next clip here, Cyber Emergency. What are we getting for? Searching out the boss monster immediately in Drytrons. Okay, so let's see what's the case. Ritual summon with Meteonus Drytron. Simple. Anti-target within monster effects. So basically, I cannot target the Meteonus Draconits within monster effects. So anti-target, and then if the total levels of monsters used for its ritual summon are 2 or less, this card can attack all special summon monsters your opponent controls one seed, so swings multiple monsters. And on top of that, during your opponent's turn, basically on my turn, as a quick effect, you can banish monsters from your graveyard whose combined attack equals exactly 2,000 or 4,000. Then target one face-up card your opponent controls for every 2,000 attack of the total. Send, not destroy, but send that card to the graveyard. And then the quick effect is Hard Ones of Draconids. In any case, in this matchup, myself with the Charmers against Drytrons. The same old song and dance continues. Diviner of Herald, tossing out Herald, getting the Meteonus Drytron, obviously Ritual Summon, the whole shebang. And as for the graveyard effect, if this card is in your graveyard, you can target one Drytron monster you control. It loses exactly 1,000 attack until the end of your opponent's turn. And if it does, add this to your hand. And then the graveyard effect is Hard Ones. Alpha, sending Zeta, search Benten. Zeta, Chibi Benten. Adding Meteonus Drytron again. Benten, getting the orange light. So, based on the search of orange light, it made me think I'm literally convincing to myself he has the ultimateness in hand or something. So, as for orange light, when your opponent activates a monster effect as a quick effect, send this card along with one other fairy from hand to the graveyard, negate it, kill it. Meteonus. Immediately summons out the big boss of Drytron. In hindsight, I thought it was Herald at first, which, not gonna lie though, like, I am legit afraid of Herald. So basically, it was Dark Ruler or bust. And turns out, putting out the Drytron boss this early out the gate. Activates another Meteonus. Tributes the big boss for Benten. Overlaid the two together for Lady B. And Lady B toss out Gamma. Gamma ditch Benten. Gamma, revive Alpha, Benten getting another orange. Okay, never mind about ultimateness. So at this rate, we got hand knowledge now. The two Drytrons for Mu Beta, Armageddon Knights. Oh! That's interesting. When this card is activated, add one Drytron spell trap from deck to hand except the field spell itself. So basically, tanky of Drytron spells and traps. The activation and the activated effects of ritual spell cards in general cannot be negated. So, no judgments. No counter trap that deals with negating spells, none of that stuff. And then if a monster is normal or special, while you control a Drytron monster outside of the damage step, reduce that monster's level by 1 per 1,000 of its current attack for the rest of the turn. And then the activation of Drytron Fafnir hard once. Activates Meteonus again, detaching the 2 off from Beta and bring back Meteonus Draconids. So, no materials. Its negation effect is not live because there is no material. And then Meteonus here, anything I do in terms of placing a card on board, that Drytron player is going to immediately remove it. So, and on top of that, Lady B can foolish something on my turn. It's big brain time. Activates Evenly Match. And for some reason, my opponent activates Meteonus to get rid of Evenly Match. You do realize you lose everything, right? Normal Summon Dark, Special Renryu, Instant Fuse into Mud Dragon. Mud Dragon, attempt to make it Earth, but Orange Light negates it and destroys it. So at this rate, we got the whole knowledge now, and we literally control the board thanks to Evenly Match. Dark linked off into Artemis, Artemis and Renryu into Lina Link, Lina steal the Benton, just so that none of the Drytron shenanigans ain't happening. Activates Alpha, top decks a Benton, adding the ultimateness off from Alpha. Benton gets Diviner of Herald. That is some incredible luck sack that the Drytron player be on. Meteonus adds back while Alpha loses that 1,000. And then Zeta, Tricky Alpha, Diviner, toss out Herald. Herald getting Natasha. Now, as for Natasha, Ritual summon this with Machine Angel Ritual. Simple. But most cases, Meteonus says it all. And then once per turn, you can target one face-up monster you control, gain life equal to half of its attack. When a ritual monster you control is targeted for an attack, negate the attack. And the attack negation is not once. And on top of it, if this card is in the graveyard, you can banish one other Cyber Angel monster from your graveyard, then target one monster your opponent controls. So, targeting one monster I control is the cause, along with banishing a Cyber Angel. The resolution is special summon it, and if you do, take control of that monster, which is insanely nuts. Activates Meteonus. Now, in this instance, I have to activate partnerships to special out Dark, I believe? Yes, Dark. To destroy the Zeta, and the Meteonus ritual spell has been fizzled because there was not enough attack to put out the ultimateness or the Natasha. And that is scoop for the Tron player. This next clip here, I was up against Leeching the Light Kaiju OTK strat. So set 1, Summon Dark, and let's see how this goes. Extravagance, doesn't care about extra deck. Drops the Droll, tributes Dark for Jizukiru, and Thunder King drops. The two behemoths battle it out, and both behemoths are destroyed. Unpossessed, special win. Normal summon Drolan Lotbird, just so that Drolan Lot gets linked off into Artemis. Artemis and win into Lina Link. Lina Link steal the Thunder King, just so that the opponent cannot Kaiju me when I already got one on board. Now, Owner's Seal, that was something I never expected myself to see that. As an old card, if you never saw Owner's Seal before, here's how it works. Return control of all monsters on the field to their owners. So, the fact that I stole Thunder King Kaiju, that Thunder King goes back to him. And lucky for me, Unpossessed is up. Charmer name of Lina, she's not dying by battle. Lina Link, steal Jizukiru, and the two behemoths at it again. Unpossessed, special Hita. Hita and Lina for a game. And if you love to see more big brain, cheesiest matches there is, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And be sure to hit that notification bell to keep yourselves constantly updated. And I'll see you guys next time.